It is an honor to stand before you today as the only Canadian Brower Award winner since 2009. I grew up and was raised by immigrant parents on Treaty 6 unceded Indigenous territory in Edmonton, Alberta, at the mouth of the beast of the Alberta tar sands. Mere hours away from my family's backyard is the second biggest and most destructive fossil fuel project in the world. Bigger than the size of England, resource extraction in the tar sands has crippled frontline communities by corporations' unregulated pollution of our land, water, and air. Oil and gas lobby groups have infiltrated the public school curriculum to further erase the effects of climate change and their unaccountable degradation of our environment. Canadian governments provide billions of dollars in subsidies to corporations instead of making them pay for the true and real costs of pollution. And it was not until I moved away from home for university that I realized the unchecked power and massive influence that these fossil fuel corporations has had in my life and in our public and social spheres. As a divestment organizer, we are challenging these corporations' grip on society and politics. By pressuring universities to divest from the fossil fuel industry, young people are demanding a clean and just transition away from dirty oil, starting with the very institutions that should be empowering us. This is our future that's at stake, so that means that this is our fight to win. In 2016, alongside 17 other organizers with the Canadian Youth Delegation, I was in Marrakesh, Morocco for the United Nations Climate Change Conference. On the third day of the conference, we stood in shock, fear, and horror as the election results came in and Donald Trump was named president. Our delegation scrapped the agenda that we had planned for months as we frantically mobilized in solidarity with American youth. I remember witnessing leaders from the Global South openly grieve and sob through the halls of the conference as they explained how much harder their struggle would be to have a climate science denier as the most powerful head of state. On the other side of the border, Justin Trudeau's administration has approved numerous fossil fuel projects, including the purchase of the Trans Mountain Pipeline. Reports after reports tell us that the climate crisis is more urgent and more critical than ever anticipated before. While politicians impede bold climate action, I witness youth rising up and taking their future into their own hands. Young people are the largest electoral demographic, and we are mobilizing to challenge the unjust power structures of governments that do not represent us. Individual environmental efforts are not enough in the long run. We need mass collective action for transformative change to keep it in the ground, and we need to support and stand in solidarity with Indigenous people who fight for their sovereignty every single day. We must direct our fight towards the real culprits of this climate crisis, which is the large-scale fossil fuel industry. Thank you so much to Earth Island Institute for the opportunity to share my story here today, and for all the organizers across the world fighting for their survival. Youth are not emerging leaders in this fight for environmental equity. We are the leaders, and we know that a better world is possible. Thank you.